take a deep three, and Paige Kohler knocks it down. Kohler to Velasco. Amy Velasco for a three. Velasco hits it from downtown. Amy Velasco connects.
Paige Kohler a three, and she's feeling it. Splish, splash.
Kohler out to Gherkin. Gherkin wide not for three again, and she drains it. Feed the hot hand. Jasmine Furr for three, and she buries it.
The BGSU Falcons have defeated the Arkansas Razorbacks, coming back from 14 down.
A couple of 4-5 Mid-American Conference team looking for their 5th conference win of the season as your Bowling Green women's basketball team head up north here in Mount Pleasant, taking on the Central Michigan Chippewas here at the McGurk Arena. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome inside the broadcast. I'm Luce Kleinmore. We have our board operator back in the studio, Nate Henners, back on the campus of Bowling Green, the Queens Center, on WBGU 88.1 FM. Before we get underway with our pregame, I want to give a big thank you to Blues Breakfast, Don, Kenny, and Deb for giving us their time to let us borrow all their time on the radio stations in previous weeks and the weeks to come for letting us broadcast all the games on WBGU. It helps out Falcon Media Sports Network and all of our student radio broadcasters for all of our sports. So I want to give another big thank you to Don and Kenny and Deb, as always, for these early Saturday tip-off games. Let's get right into this one here. The Falcons lead Central Michigan all-time in this series, 52-23. Bowling Green has won 4 straight against the Chippewas, including last season's only matchup. The Falcons were down at 9 points at one point during this game, right here at McGurk Arena, and they went on to win 65-64. That was the MAC opener last year in early January of 2024. Paige Kohler scored a game-high and career-high 28 points, and funny enough, Paige Kohler's coming off a game where she tied her career high in points, 28, against the Akron Zips. Central Michigan's last victory against the Falcons came in the 2021 MAC Tournament Championship game. It was a 77-72 win in Cleveland on March 13, 2021. So not a bad last win if you're a Chippewas fan and looking to end that streak today. Let's look at Central Michigan a little bit. It's 8-12 on this season, 4-5 in MAC play, as we mentioned, top of the broadcast, and 4-5 here at home, 3-6 on the road, and 1-1 in neutral play. They started out this season 0-4 with losses to Coastal Carolina, Michigan, Bradley, and Oakland. They picked up their first win against Nevada before picking up another loss against Portland. Since they've gone into MAC play, some of the wins they've had, most notably against Miami, Akron, Eastern Michigan, and Western Michigan. Now, that's important to note because Miami and Western Michigan, those 2 wins they've had, are both teams that have beaten Bowling Green this season. They got a 47-46 win over the Redhawks in early January, and then they got a big win over Western Michigan and a couple of games back, 81-70 over the Western Michigan Broncos. The Chippewas are coming off an 80-75 loss against the NIU Huskies, and they're looking to break that streak and get back into 5-5 play. I can't really overestimate how big this game is for Bowling Green and for Central Michigan. Bowling Green Falcons coming off an 82-69 win over the Akron Zips. A huge win for Bowling Green. They suffered back-to-back losses before that against Western Michigan and at the rivals Toledo. A couple of the wins they had with Ohio and NIU and Eastern Michigan. But like I mentioned, the Falcons have lost to Miami and Western Michigan, 2 points that Central Michigan has beaten. And on the other side for Bowling Green, they come off that loss against NIU. The Falcons handed NIU a 14-point loss at home. So a couple of common opponents these 2 teams have played this season, and a couple of opponents that they've won, but also a couple of opponents that Bowling Green have lost to as well. So both teams have been up and down this season. Bowling Green 10-10 on the year, 500, looking at the 500 in MAC play, 1-8 away from the Stroh Center. That's no secret. It has not been good enough for them away from home this season, looking to get their 2nd road win and kickstart a good MAC streak heading into the rest of the season. Because after this game, they do play Ball State undefeated in MAC play and 17-4 right now as it stands before today's game. So a big win is going to be needed here on the road to get back up 5-5 and make sure they're in the middle of the pack in the MAC and a chance to go to Cleveland. Let's talk about a little bit of key players for both these teams. We'll stick with your Bowling Green Falcons. Obviously, we have to stick with Amy Velasco, averaging just under 16 points per game with 15.9 points per game, averaging 2.9 rebounds per game as well. Leads the team in total assists as well with 91, along with Lexi Fleming, who's come back, averaging 13.3 points per game in the 12 games that she has played, 39 total assists as well to go along with 27 steals. Along with it, she's come back for that second knee injury, and she has been a thorn in a lot of opposing teams' defenses. And along with, as we mentioned it, Paige Kohler. Paige Kohler coming off a career high in points, 28 points. Also set a career record in field goals made with 11 against the Zips. She's averaging 12.8 points per game. Has 96 total rebounds. 89 of those are defensive rebounds. That's the most on the team by quite some margin. 69 assists to go along with the season as well, along with 18 steals as well. The biggest improvement that I've seen for Paige Kohler this season, all those good stats she's had this season, is her turnovers. She had a lot of turnovers in her freshman campaign. She just has 39 so far this season. She's cut down a lot of those this year as well, so she's improved quite mildly for Bowling Green. She's also one of the 3 players to start all 20 games for the Orange and Brown. The fourth and final player averaging in double figures for BG, Erica Porter, 10.7 points per game, 5.3 rebounds per game. She's been excellent. She's been up and down, but when she's been hot, she's been quite the opposing player to guard for Bowling Green. And meanwhile, for the Chippewas, Maddie Morrison, a player we're going to talk a whole lot about. She's averaging just under 15 points per game at 14.9. She is the best scorer on this team, a great mid-range shooter. She has a quick release, likes to get to the top of the key and drive. She is an all-around very good scorer for this Central Michigan team. Also not that bad of a rebounder as well, averaging 3.1 rebounds per game with 62 total on the year. Just Lawson for Central Michigan, 11.1 points per game. She has 173 total rebounds, and for a lot of people's money, she is one of the best guard rebounders in the entire MAC. She's averaging 8.7 rebounds per game. She is someone to definitely keep an eye on as well. And along with Ayanasari Darrington, 106 total rebounds as well, 5.6 averaging per game, averaging 8.9 points per game as well. Lawson and Morrison are the only 2 double-digit scorers for the Central Michigan team that is scoring 63.5 points per game and giving up 68.5 points per game. So not the best offensive scoring team in the MAC, but they can lock it down defensively if they choose to do so as well. They are statistically the best rebounding team in the MAC. Best margins, and they can totally do that with Lawson and Darrington as well. Both of those players combining for almost 300 rebounds apiece between both of them. Lawson, 130 total defensive rebounders as well. Meanwhile, for Bowling Green, some of their stats up to this point, averaging just under 70 points per game at 69.9 points per game, giving up the same as Central Michigan, 68.5 points per game. That's a plus 1.5 margin for BG. And folks, for my money, this game is going to come down to rebounding. I mentioned it, Central Michigan, the best rebounding team in the MAC. They get 41.9 point rebounds per game. They allow just 33.7. That's a plus 8.3 differential, while Bowling Green has 36.4 rebounds per game and giving up 32.3. That's plus 4.2 on the rebounding margin. That'll do it for our pregame show, and when we come back, we'll have starting 5 and a little bit of keys to the game for both your Bowling Green Falcons and the Central Michigan Chippewas. We are just moments away here from tip-off here at Mount Pleasant at the McGurk Arena. It's a couple of 4 and 5 MAC teams looking to get conference win number 5 here of the 2024-2025 women's basketball season. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Start your day with WBGU FM and Early Bird Oldies. Tune in to Northwest Ohio's community radio station weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. for classic hit music from decades past. Enjoy all the golden oldies you remember and stick around for local community news and entertainment with The Morning Show. Early Bird Oldies, broadcast weekdays from 4 to 6 a.m. on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM.
On November 15th, 2024, BGSU Hockey defeated St. Thomas in a shootout, courtesy of a game winner by defenseman Jack Blake. Falcon Media Sports Network's voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, had the call of the moment on WBGU 88.1 FM.
And Jack Blake, for all the glory, trying to put this one away. With the puck, taking it around, far side wheel, working in with the shot, and he fills it! Jack Blake with the shootout winner First time in the lineup this season, and Jack Blake is the hero as Bowling Green mobs him.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
BGSU Hockey continues their series against Northern Michigan on Saturday, February 1st. Falcon Media Sports Network's Ben Correct will have the call at 6:45 for pregame and 7 p.m. for puck drop on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I'm Gus Peacock from the Bowling Green men's soccer team, and this is my Falcon 4 favorite Halloween costume. My first one is going to be Bigfoot because I think it's really funny and he looks super big. My next one is going to be one of the founding fathers, Ben Frank. I'm going to do that this year. I think it's really funny. Another one, my favorite costumes would be Art the Clown because he's super scary and I've watched all the Terrifier movies. And the last one would be Buddy the Elf because I love that costume and I love that movie so much.
You are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Back here at McGurk Arena, here we are moments away from tip-off between your Bowling Green Falcons and the Central Michigan Chippewas here for the 10th game of the 2024-2025 women's basketball season Mid-American Conference play. The Falcons looking for their second road win on this season. The Chippewas looking to get their 5th home win of the year. We have starting fives for the Falcons and the Chippewas. We'll go first for your Bowling Green Falcons. Amy Velasco, Paige Kohler, Lexi Fleming, Janaea Donahue, and Erica Porter. So an unchanged starting 5 for Bowling Green. Donahue's making her second straight start. She got the start against Akron, had 3 steals in the first couple of minutes in that game. A big defensive presence. One of the team's best defenders already on this team this season. She'll get the start once again alongside the 3 guards of Velasco, Kohler, and Fleming, who are all finding themselves in a groove. And as always at the 5 position, Porter looking to have a bounce-back performance as she did against Akron. For the Chippewas, Maddie Morson, a player we'll talk a whole lot more about during the game. One of the best scorers on this team, one of the best scorers in the MAC. And then we have Lisa Tisson as well, a senior from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Another guard starting for the Chippewas, Taylor Anderson, a junior from South Lyon, Michigan. Along with senior guard from Las Vegas, Nevada, Jess Lawson. We talked a little bit about her rebounding ability in the pregame. And the 5th and final starter, a freshman 4 from Lexington, Kentucky, Adiana Sarai Darrington. So that's the 5 for the Chippewas, and the 5 for head coach Christine Haney in her second season with the Chippewas, a graduate from Michigan State in 2005. Rebounding, both offensively and defensively, is going to be huge for the Falcons this afternoon in order to get a big road victory over these very Chippewas. The Falcons have won 4 straight against CMU, looking to make it 5 and get to 11-10 on the season and 5-5 in MAC play before they head to Muncie, Indiana, and take on those Ball State Cardinals on Wednesday here. Moments away here from tip-off. Bowling Green going to be in their road orange, while the Chippewas will be in their home white with a little bit of maroon strip. I was looking to get underway here at McGurk Arena. Mentioned it before, last time Central Michigan took down Bowling Green was a 2021 MAC Tournament Championship game, 77-72. Been quite a long streak for Central Michigan. The last season were 6-22 on overall season. Missed out on the MAC Tournament. They were 4-14 in MAC play. They're looking to get past their MAC wins, what they had even last year. Bowling Green looking to advance more than what they did last year as well. Darrington and Porter here at center logo, looking to get us underway here at Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Whistle blown, ball in the air, tip one, and one by the Chippewas into the hands of Anderson. As here's Morrison. Tisson picks up the Anderson, now right wing. Morrison feeds it down inside the paint, turnover, and picked away there from Paige Kohler. Good defensive play from Erica Porter. Goes right to the hands of Paige Kohler. Now here come the Falcons. Lexi Fleming wide open corner three. Lexi Fleming, and that one's good. Bowling Green gets on the board first. A through ball from the fifth-year guard from Cincinnati, Ohio. Makes it 3-0 Bowling Green. 9:27 left to play here in the first. Pass down low. Erica Porter defending there with Darrington. That shot no good. Bowling Green comes back here on the fast break. Velasco right wing. Fleming left wing. Now Kohler wide open here in the left for a three. That one off the mark. Down here trying to hold in the rebound. Which will get called for an offensive foul for a little bit of push in the back. So Donahue will pick up her first personal foul, and Bowling Green with a fast start with a couple of stops on the defensive end of Central Michigan, and a three ball from Lexi Fleming is so far the difference here early in the first. Tisson. And open to the charity stripe is Darrington. Darrington kicks it outside. Anderson. Anderson dribbles inside past Fleming. Anderson off the glass and in for Central Michigan's first points of the contest. 3-2 Bowling Green. 8:50 left to play here in the first quarter. Here's Velasco as her normal one position, setting up the play for Bowling Green. Erica Porter now by the charity stripe, kicks it back out. Velasco left wing. Velasco dribbling inside, kicks it outside. Kohler left wing. Kohler defended by Tisson. Has a screen set from Donahue. Kohler switches all the way to Fleming right side. Fleming, nice screen set from Porter. Fleming puts up a three. Lexi Fleming, in and out. And that was looking like it was going in, but the rim denies Fleming. Here's Lawson. Lawson out to Anderson. Lawson again, dribbles inside. Kicks out to Tisson. Guarded heavily by Velasco. Tisson makes a couple nice moves, and that one no good. Rebounded from Erica Porter. Couple big rebounds early in this game for Erica Porter. Velasco comes back the other way for Bowling Green. Kohler locks in low for three. Paige Kohler knocks it down from the left wing. Her first three of the contest. 6-2 Bowling Green with 7:50 left to play here in the first. Kohler coming off that career, tying her career in points against Akron with 28. Had a career high in field goals with 11. And she gets her first points here. Here come the Chippewas. Inside Morrison. Morrison pulls up mid-range there, no good. And rebounded again from Erica Porter. So Central Michigan 1 for 4 to start shooting in this first quarter. Velasco feeds to Erica Porter. Back to Velasco. Hands it off to Paige Kohler. Kohler top of the key. Fleming shoots in for three. Fleming, that one's no good. Kicks it back out to Velasco. Velasco to Kohler. Kohler goes inside, and Kohler's going to travel. A little bit of lacking in concentration there from Kohler, but an empty possession for Bowling Green. Here's Tisson setting up the offense for Central Michigan, moving her way to the right side towards the Bowling Green bench. Now back top of the key, Lawson. Lawson dribbles to the left, dribbles down low. Lawson puts it up at mid-range there with the left and got it to go. Now 6-4 BG, lead cut down to 2 with 6:40 left to play here in the first. Kohler to Donahue. Donahue to Fleming. Fleming Works her way to the right corner now. Looks for a teammate. Passes it down low to Donahue. Donahue inside the paint. Donahue got to go. And the foul. Janetta Donahue getting some work on the offensive end. Big basket made there from the freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now she'll go to the free throw line. A chance to make the three-point play. First couple of subs for Bowling Green. Erica Porter checks out for Taya Ellis. Kira McGuff's going to check in here momentarily. Bowling Green's a team that harps on having to make your free throws on the road if you want to come away with the victory. Donahue's free throw is good, so now she'll check out for Kieran McGuff. Happy belated birthday to Kieran McGuff. Her birthday was yesterday. Well, and happy belated birthday to Amy Velasco. Birthday was a couple of days back as well. A couple of birthdays for a couple of Falcons. 9-4 Bowling Green. 6:10 left to play here in the first quarter. Checking in as well as Jada Mosley for Central Michigan. She is rejected by the rim and taken away from Bowling Green. Velasco on the fast break here. Velasco kicks out to Fleming. Back to Velasco. Velasco feed her behind the three-point line there, but no good as that one off the front of the rim. There's Lawson back the other way. Dimitri Prewitt comes in as well for Central Michigan and an attack there to the rim. Lawson, her attempt is no good, but she is fouled. We'll see what Falcon will tag this one. Amy Velasco will be tagged this foul. It'll be her first personal foul of the contest. So 5 on the floor for Central Michigan's Anderson, Darrington, Lawson, Prewitt, and Mosley. As Lawson, first attempt from the free throw line is good. Here's Lawson's second attempt, and that's good for a line there. So a perfect 2-for-2 trip. 9-6 Bowling Green. 5:45 of the play here in the first quarter. Kohler feeds it to Ellis, her first touch of the ball since checking in for Erica Porter. Ellis, offensive foul on Bowling Green. So a little bit of confusion there on the offensive end for Bowling Green off the ball. So it's going to go down as a turnover on Taya Ellis. Lawson up the court to the left wing. Kicks it out to Mosley. Taylor Johnson, center from Canton Falls, Michigan, has checked in as well. Here's her first touch of the ball. Right corner. Back up to Lawson. And Morrison drives to the rim, and Morrison got to go, finishing with the left and off the glass. 9-8, lead cut down to 1 for BG. Velasco. Hands it off to Kohler. Kohler to McGuff. McGuff to Fleming. Ellis sets the screen. Fleming moves inside. Fleming bounce pass to Velasco. Velasco moves inside. A lot of contact. And she got to go. Offensive foul. Now offensive foul, excuse me. Defensive foul on Central Michigan. Amy Velasco. Before they'll go to the rim, we'll have a whistle here. It'll be our first media timeout. So the ref will have time to talk things over. But as it stands, right now it's 9-8 Bowling Green with 4:44 left to play here in this first quarter. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, 145 South Main Street in downtown Bowling Green. Featuring coffee, craft beer, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You see the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. 9-8 Bowling Green, don't get anywhere. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
basketball stays on the road to face Ball State on Wednesday, February 5th. Tune in to Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Caden Knapp at 6:15 for pregame and 6:30 p.m. for tip-off on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here at McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, where the Falcons are taking on the Chippewas. Both teams looking for their 5th MAC win of the season. Lucas Kleinmeyer alongside with you. Before we head off there, Amy Velasco was fouled by Maddie Morson going to the free throw line. The basket did count, so Velasco has a chance to make it a 3-point play. It's 11-8 BG as it stands. Chance to be 12 if Velasco can convert from the free throw line. It's been a slow start offensively for the Chippewas. 3 for 7 from the field. 4 for 8 for Bowling Green. Donahue, Fleming, Kohler all have 3 points. As it stands right now, Velasco has 2, but a very good chance to have 3 here momentarily. Lawson leads the team with 4 points for the Chippewas. Anderson and Morrison have a basket as well. Reminder, tune in tonight for our second broadcast for WBG 88.1 FM as Bowling Green Hockey takes on Northern Michigan for their second game of the series. Had a big 3-2 win in overtime. Jackson Niedermeyer had the overtime goal. The voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, will be on the call for you on that one starting at 6 p.m., with 5:45 for pregame. Right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Both teams ready to resume here from this timeout. Want to give a big thank you once again to the Blues Breakfast, Kenny, Don, and Deb, for letting us borrow their time in the studio to provide you all our radio broadcasts all season long for Bowling Green women's basketball during these kind of noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. tip-offs. Here's the 1 p.m. tip-off here this afternoon. They do so much for Falcon Media Sports Network and helping us broadcast all of our games, so make sure you check out the Blues Breakfast on Saturday mornings on WBGU. Velasco from the line. That one goes in and out, and I will blame myself there on the commentator's curse. She usually is a very good free throw shooter. I'll take the brunt of that one. So 11-8 as it stands for Bowling Green. Five on the floor for the Chippewas: Lawson, Prewitt, Mosley, Johnson, and Morrison. Here's Lawson, guarded by Donahue, checked back in for Bowling Green. Donahue had a hand on it initially, a 3-ball on the way from Mosley. That one goes in and out. 3 Falcons trying to rebound that ball, but it goes in the hands of McGuff. Fleming, long outlet to Kohler, left side. Kohler, long switch to Donahue, but it's picked off from Lawson. So turnover for Bowling Green, and travel is going to be called on Lawson, so a lack of concentration there, just bringing the ball up the court. So Bowling Green would take over. So a couple of steals and turnovers from both sides at each end of the floor, as McGuff will inbound this one back into Paige Kohler. McGuff, Donahue, Fleming left side. Here's Erica Porter. Magic up inside with Johnson underneath the basket. Erica Porter up and in off the glass. High-arcing shot got the fall for her first points of the contest. 13-8 Bowling Green. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Here's Lawson, puts on a couple nice moves. Erica Porter had it swatted away, but they're going to say a little too much contact there from EP, as she'll get taxed with her first personal foul. So Porter now will check out for Taya Ellis here momentarily. And Lawson go to the free throw line. Lawson's first attempt is up and in. So 3 for 3 as a team from the free throw line thus far. Lawson has all 3. A chance to go 4 from 4. And she does. So making now 13-10 Bowling Green. Leading just by 3 for the orange and brown. Velasco will check in for Lexi Fleming. And we see this very often now for head coach Fred Chimiello is they love the depth on this team. They love how deep their bench is, and they can mix and match as many players as they would like. And so Velasco get a couple of minutes rest, and now Fleming gets a couple minutes break, and that wasn't there early in the season when Fleming was still injured. So good to see they have that option now here. So you have Donahue now left wing. Kohler. Kohler catch and shoot three here off on top of the key. That one's no good. Rebounded from Mosley. Here come the Chippewas back the other way. Tassone has an open lane to the rim. Elects to kick it out to Morrison. Morrison locks in for three, and she drains it. We're tied 13 apiece. Morrison now up to 5 points in this contest. Her first three-pointer made of the game for herself and for the Chippewas. 13 all, 3 minutes left to go here. Donahue drives to the rim, and she is rejected there by Prewitt. So Bowling Green will still take over with 18 seconds left, but a block here earlier for Central Michigan. Johnson will check out. Checking back in is Tassone. Ellis check out for Bowling Green. Checking in is Kendall Moxie. Donahue, Kohler. She'll lock and load three again. Kohler, that one a little bit short. And rebounded from Central Michigan. Morrison. Couple nice little moves here from Tassone. Kicks it out to Mosley. Mosley. Morrison again. Tassone puts on nice couple moves on Velasco. Tassone drives to the rim and lays it up and in with the left hand. Central Michigan takes the lead. They're on a 7-0 run here in the last minute 30 or so. 15-13 Central Michigan with under 2:30 left to play here in the first. Donahue drives to the rim and putting the shot up there. No good, but this time she is fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line. So Donahue will go to the free throw line again here for the second time this game, 1 for 1 from her previous trip. Has 2 attempts here. First one's good. Has a chance to tie it up here at 15 apiece if she can convert the second free throw here. Shot is up, and she does. 15 all. 2:20 left to play here in the first quarter here at McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant. Anderson back in the game for Central Michigan, kicks it out to Morrison. Morrison pump fakes here, mid-range, with the right elbow off the glass and in. And Morrison's starting to get a little bit of a groove for the Chippewas. 17-15 now Central Michigan. Kohler left wing. He's at the Kieran McGuff. McGuff drives inside, kicks it out to Moxie. Moxie up and in. Kendall Moxie off glass and gets it to go for a Bowling Green. Here's Morrison. Puts on a nice fake, and it's touched away from McGuff and picked up from Paige Kohler. Nice steal from McGuff, and it's picked up from Paige Kohler. 17 all here. As Kohler shot up there, rejected and out of bounds, but Bowling Green, the ball remain with possession. Back and forth game early in this first quarter. 17 apiece. A couple of big defensive stops for Bowling Green so far in this game. Ball back in play. Kohler to Donahue. Donahue by the MAC logo. Velasco dribbling inside to their left. Guarded by Lawson. Donahue right wing. Donahue goes to her left. Guarded by Anderson. Donahue puts on a spin move. Gets a pass up to Velasco. Shot clock down to 3. Velasco puts it up and in. Shot clock was expiring and a big basket made from Bowling Green. 19-17. We're down to a minute left here in the first. Lawson. Anderson. Tassone. Kicks it out. Morrison. Puts on a couple moves on Kohler. Spin around shot there is good. And the foul on Paige Kohler. Morrison now leads the team with 9 and a chance to get to double digits. Tied at 19 apiece. Been an explosive first quarter offensively for both teams after starting slow. As Morrison has a chance to get to 10 points here in this first quarter. And to retake the lead 20-19. We have 47.7 seconds left to play here in the first. Morrison's shot is up, and it rolls in and out, but it rebounded there from Darlington. And they're going to say it was last touch off of Falcon, and Central Michigan will remain with possession. Bowling Green was setting up like it was their ball, but they'll say it was last touch of a BG player. Riley Smith, freshman from Miamisburg, Ohio, has checked in for Central Michigan. Ball in play here. Long switch out the left side. Lawson pulls up from the left elbow. Lawson, that one's good. Central Michigan takes the lead 21-19. About 6 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Donahue, right wing. McGuff. Velasco, backdoor pass to Lexi Fleming, up and over. Can't get that one to fall, but she is fouled. So to get Darrington on that foul, that'll be her second personal foul in just this first quarter. And Johnson will come in for Darrington. Fleming, first one is good, nothing but net there. As Bowling Green looking to make a couple of subs here with the final 20.1 seconds remaining in this first quarter of Emily Cecil and Layla Harrison looking to check in. Lexi Fleming, 2 for 2 there, and we're tied at 21 apiece with 20.1 seconds left to play here. What a first quarter here in Mount Pleasant. So Kohler and Velasco out, Harrison and Cecil in for these final 15 seconds here. Shot clock is off. Central Michigan will hold it for the last shot. Been a back and forth first 10-minute period here at McGurk Arena. Cecil guarded by Lawson there. Lawson puts one up off the front of the rim and in. Down to 3 seconds. Here's Fleming. Down to 1 second. Fleming puts a shot as the buzzer sounds. Lexi Fleming, and that's off the mark. And that's how this first quarter will come to a close here at the Central Michigan Chippewas on top by 2, 23-21. The Falcons trail by 2 heading into period number 2. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
The Western Scrub Jay. I was taking my science class on a virtual reality bird watching expedition. All of a sudden, Charlie Kane shouts, "Arr! Arr!" He had spotted the elusive black swift, a bird rarely seen in the wild. For a brief moment, Charlie had not the eyes of a 9-year-old boy. He had the eyes of an eagle.
Teachers just have better work stories. Find out how creative teaching can be at teachdfw.org. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Falcon Women's Track travels to Notre Dame for the Mayo Invitational on Friday, January 1st and Saturday, February 1st at noon. Falcon Media Sports Network's Holden Ruck will have a recap of the event on bgfalconmedia.com.
Back here for quarter number 2 here at McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant. Bowling Green Falcons taking on the Central Michigan Chippewas. Both teams looking for their 5th MAC win of the season. It's a big game in terms of the MAC standings. Both these teams towards the 7th and 8th spot. In 6 spots a little bit, but and towards that little bit towards the end there of the cutoff to get to the MAC tournament in Cleveland this year. Bowling Green have lost to a lot of the top teams so far in the MAC this season. Central Michigan more so. They still have to play a lot of the top teams in the MAC the remainder of the season. 23-21 Central Michigan. Chippewas lead by 2. A pretty efficient quarter for both teams offensively. Both teams shooting well in that first quarter. Central Michigan shot 64%, 9 for 14 from the floor after they had a little bit of a slow start in the first couple minutes of the game. While for Bowling Green, 7 for 15 shooting, just under 50%, 2 from 8 from three-point range. Not quite the start they wanted from 3 so far this game, but just down by 2. 10 points each in the paint for both sides. Have 3 lead changes and 5 ties in those first 10 minutes. We'll see what quarter number 2 has in store here as we're getting ready to get underway here. We have Velasco, McGuff, Ellis, Fleming, and Kohler. We have the 5 on the floor for Bowling Green. For the Chippewas, get Tisson, Anderson, Lawson, Riley Smith, and Johnson on the floor to start this one for the Chippewas. Velasco, Fleming left wing. Screen set from Ellis. Fleming, outside McGuff. McGuff moves inside, has that one knocked away from her hands and picked up from Central Michigan. Here come the Chippewas on the fast break. Likes to pull up though, regardless. Lawson goes left wing, guarded by Velasco. Smith inside of Johnson. Johnson tangled up with Lexi Fleming. Jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Central Michigan. Donahue will checking back in for McGuff. Ball back in play, under 9 seconds on the shot clock here for the Chippewas. Tisson, guarded by Fleming. Tisson drives inside. Tisson takes the contact and finishes with the left, up and in. 25-21, Central Michigan. Kohler. Donahue. Out to Fleming. Here's Velasco. Velasco to Fleming. Fleming heavily guarded there from Tisson, driving inside. Donahue now drives inside. Donahue off the glass and in. She went through 2 Central Michigan defenders to put that one up and in. She now leads the team and scoring with 7 points, 25-23 Central Michigan. 3 ball on the way for Riley Smith, in and out. And rebounded eventually by Ellis, and they're going to say a foul on Johnson. Kohler, Johnson, and Ellis were all battling for that ball, but they're going to say a foul on the sophomore center from Cannon Falls, Minnesota. Here comes Kohler orchestrating the floor for Bowling Green. Kendall Moxie check back in for Porter. Hands it off to Fleming. Velasco locks in low 3 from the left wing. Velasco a little bit too much. Donahue trying to keep that one in play. Can't do so. You don't see Velasco miss much, but just miscalculated right there. Anderson up the court for Central Michigan. Morrison pulls up here mid-range. Off front of the rim, no good. Rebounded from Kendall Moxie. Here's Velasco. Falcons trail by 2, under 8 minutes left to play here before we reach halftime. 25-23 Central Michigan, right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Donahue, outside left wing. Kohler has a 3-point attempt on the way, no good. She found herself wide open there. Couldn't get it to go. Now Morrison around the rim here and tries to go on a fast break. Out to Tisson, left corner. Pump fake here, Morrison. Pump fake there again. That one no good. Kendall Moxie gets the rebound. Can't hold the ball in. It'll be Central Michigan ball. So a couple of pump fakes there on that last possession from Morrison and Lawson. That tricked a couple of BG defenders, and Moxie couldn't hold in the rebound. So CMU will still have the ball. Prewitt will come back into this game, checking in for Anderson. Tasson. Tasson orchestrating the offense. They're looking for a screen. Can't get it set. Shot clock down to 5. Tasson moves inside. Pass inside Johnson. Guarded by Moxie. Johnson there, no good. And rebounded there from Kohler, but she stepped out of bounds. It'll be Central Michigan ball again. So another offensive possession coming up here for Central Michigan. Bowling Green trying to get out of their own end. 7:08 left to play here in the second quarter. 25-23 CMU. Tasson. Lawson. Had a screen set from Johnson. Lawson puts on a couple of pump fakes. And a mid-range there for the left elbow is good from Lawson. 27-23 now CMU. Lawson up to 12 points. And Fleming has that one knocked off her hands. So a turnover there from Fleming and the Falcons. And a slow start to this quarter for Bowling Green, just 2 points here. Scoreless run of nearly 2 minutes, 1 for 5 for Central Michigan in their last 5. Bowling Green 1 for 9 in their last 3-point attempts. 2 for 10 as a team. Mid-range shot there, Johnson ricochets and falls on Moxie. The lead extends to 6 for Central Michigan. 6:30 left to play here in the second. Fleming. And an offensive foul is going to be called here on Johnson. So off the ball foul. Illegal screen. That'll be Johnson's second personal foul. So that's the second Chippewa to get her second personal foul. Darrington and Johnson. We'll see what minutes they'll be on for the remainder of this half. Donahue has that one knocked out of her hands. Bowling Green will remain with the ball. Ellis and Moxie out for Bowling Green. Ellis, Donahue, Fleming, Kohler, and Velasco on the floor for BG. Fleming. Kohler. Fleming. Pump fakes. Pound pass again. Donahue up and in. Takes about 4 to 5 bounces around the rim, but got the fall. Janaea Donahue, 9 points, 29-25. We cut down the floor for the Chippewas. Here's Lawson. Game high, 12 points, and rebounds of 3 and 2 steals. Lawson right wing. Pass inside there, and Prewitt is going up. No good, but she's fouled. We'll see who they get here for Bowling Green. But regardless, they'll inbound the ball. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Here to Morrison. Morrison. Donahue defending her. 3 ball on the way from Mosey. That was tipped right into the hands of Prewitt. That one was no good, and rebounded from Ellis. Bowling Green survives there. Fleming on the fast break. Fleming takes the contact. Going to be a foul called here on Morrison. That'll be her second personal foul of the contest. Fleming's first attempt off the front of the rim. That second one is good there from the Cincinnati, Ohio native. Lee cut down to just 3, 29-26. This quarter has not been as efficient offensively for both teams as it was in the first. Here's Lawson, dribbles left wing, guarded by Donahue. Top of the key, Mosley puts up a 3. She's fouled. We're going to get Janaea Donahue. That'll be her second personal foul. Excuse me, Amy Velasco. That'll be her second personal foul of the contest. And it's something that's unusual for the Centerville, Ohio native, as she'll check out for Emily Cecil, who'll check in. Free ball struggling for Bowling Green continues. 2 for 10 from 3, 9 for 19 shooting from the field. As Mosley will go to the charity stripe. First one's good. Now 30-26 Central Michigan. We are nearing our second media timeout of this contest. Second one from Mosley gets a little bit of an assist from the front of the rim. 31-26. And that one's good as well, so a perfect trip there from the line. All three good for Mosley. 32-26, Central Michigan lead back up to 6. Fleming. Donahue. Dribbles inside. Travel going to be called on the freshman. As we reach our second media timeout of this contest, 32-26 Central Michigan leads by 6. Here, this timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find us latest menu at juniperbrew.com. We have 4:58 left to go here before we reach halftime. The Falcons trail by 6 over the Central Michigan Chippewas. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU.
Some of the best sounds you'll ever hear are generic, safe, effective, even money-saving, just like FDA-approved generic drugs. Even if they don't come in the exact same color or shape as their brand name equivalents, they have the same key ingredients and go through a rigorous review process. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today and visit fda.gov/generic drugs. Generics are safe, effective, and can save you money. You'll like the sound of that.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is Phil Beskid, BGSU Radio Faculty Advisor. You can catch all the Falcon Media Sports Network broadcasts on our 2 stations, WBGU 88.1 FM and Falcon Radio, which can both be found on bgfalconmedia.com. Ziggy.
Back to the McGurk Arena here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. The Chippewas lead your Bowling Green Falcons 32-26. Here with under 5 minutes left to play before we reach halftime. Lucas Priemar alongside with you, along with our board operator in the studio, Nate Henners, and the cooling center on the campus of Bowling Green State University. The Falcons so far this game shooting 47.4%, I should say, from the floor. 2 for 10 from 3. That's been a real struggle point for Bowling Green so far in this contest. 6 from 8 from the free throw line as well. Meanwhile, for the Chippewas, they are shooting 50% from the floor, 12 for 24 shooting, 1 for 4 from three-point range, and 7 for 8 for their free throws. That has them up by 6 so far this game. 14 points each for both teams in the paint. 5 bench points for Central Michigan, just 2 for Bowling Green. The Falcons have been outscored 9-5 to start this second quarter. Been definitely a more defensive quarter than the first. Natalie Lathrop come in to this game. Natalie Lathrop, I should say. Not Lathrop. Lathrop, a junior from Oregon. Transferred from Nevada. And she'll check in at that center position for the Chippewas. Back underway here Here's Smith. Anderson. Put the shot was good, but she'll be called for the travel, so they'll wave the basket off. Bowling Green gets a stop. Here's Kohler. Fleming. Cecil. Pass inside, was knocked away. Cecil gets it back, however. Cecil back up the page. Kohler. Kohler thought about three. Kohler dribbles inside. Kohler takes the bump and gets the foul go her way. That one was no good, but doesn't matter. She'll earn the foul anyway. Anderson will get tagged with her first personal foul for Central Michigan. When Cecil checks back out. McGuff checks back in for Bowling Green. Kohler's first attempt from the line is good. She's at the 4 points now make it 5 points. 32-28. BG cut the lead, and they're down by just 4 here. We're now in the second half of the second quarter with 4:20 left to play here in the second. Anderson puts on a nice couple moves, kicks it out left corner. Smith, Mosley, a 3-ball on the way. Mosley, that one off the mark, and rebounded there from Kieran McGuff. Here comes Kohler. We're going to go fast. Fleming. He's inside to Ellis. Ellis puts a nice move, and that one no good. Put a nice move on Mosley, but couldn't finish to the basket. Oh, the big possession coming up empty there from Bowling Green. As Lawson drives to the rim, but Lexi Fleming takes the charge and gets the offensive foul. So that'll be on Jess Lawson for her first personal foul. Has a team high and 12 points still. Kohler. Ellis. Kohler dribbles inside, kicks it out. Fleming puts on a nice move. Fleming kicks it back out to Kohler. Kohler screen set from Ellis. Kohler works left. Donahue. Fleming. Fleming, a deep three from left wing, and that one ricochets in and out. Rebounded, however, from Ellis. Can put it back up and in. And sometimes you need a little bit of luck to go your way, and that one, I don't know how that didn't fall for Lexi Fleming. Harrison will check in for Ellis. So now Bowling Green goes from 2 for 11 from 3. That one could have been a big difference. They cut the lead down to 1. Instead, the lead is still to 4 for Central Michigan, 32-28 with 3:10 left remaining. Here's Tassone. Feeds it inside. Prewitt, that one rolls up and in. And Prewitt got her first points on the board here. 34-28 CMU. Fleming. Kohler. She'll try a 3. Kohler, that one goes in and out. Now 2 for 12 shooting from the 3 for Bowling Green. Lawson. Tisa on top of the key. Anderson. Mid-range jumper here from Lawson. Gets a little bit of assist from the back of the rim and falls. The lead extends to 8, largest lead of the game for either side. 36-28 backdoor pass to Fleming. Fleming a little too strong. Donahue back to Fleming. She'll try a 3. That one's good. Lexi Fleming breaks the drought for Bowling Green from the 3. 36-31. Lead cut down to 5. We're now down to 1:53 left to play in the first. Foul's going to be called here on Donahue. That'll be Donahue's second personal foul. Jasmine Fern checking in for the first time this game for Harrison. Emily Cecil checks back in for Donahue. So Lawson will go to the charity stripe once again. And tied for the team high in points is Donahue and Fleming. They each have 9. That second one, the first one, is good. So lead back up to 6 from Lawson, up to 15 points in this first half. For the senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, transfers from Illinois Springfield. And she's been quite the difference maker for the Chippewas. 2 for 2 there from the line for Lawson. 38-31, Central Michigan. A 1:54 left remaining here in the second quarter. Kohler up the floor for Bowling Green. Kohler to Fern. Fleming. Hands it off to Paige Kohler. Kohler picks it out. Jasmine Fern for 3. That one a little too strong. Cecil trying to track down the rebound. Can't do it. It's guarded off from Mosley. Now here come the Chippewas. Anderson. They're live Fleming. Anderson puts on a nice move. That one off the mark. Anderson gets it back, however, and that one rolls in. For Central Michigan's 40th point. Lead up to 9. 40-39 CMU. Here's Cecil. Fleming. Kohler. Cecil. Chuckler down to 5. Kohler. And doesn't get the shot off in time as shot clock expired. Coming here, the clock as it expired. 40-31. CMU's got all the momentum heading into the locker room here. So it goes down as a Bowling Green turnover. The Falcons 1 for 6 the last 6 attempts, 1 for 10 the last 3. 35 seconds left here. Mosley, top of the key. Tassone, 3 ball on the way. Griffin, no good. Rebounded, however, for Central Michigan, and that's why they're the best rebounding team in the MAC. You saw just right there, Puriwitz snuffing that one out for a double-digit Central Michigan lead, 42-31. 10 seconds left. Kohler holds the ball. This will be the last attempt before we reach halftime. Kohler dribbles inside. Kohler puts up a shot there, no good. Rebound, however, from Emily Cecil. And they'll get a foul on Central Michigan. They'll get a foul on Emily Cecil. I mean, on Jada Mosley, their first personal foul. So with 1 second left on the clock, Emily Cecil will go to the charity stripe. They get a couple points for Bowling Green, and they cut the lead down to single digits. First one's no good. A chance to cut it down to a 10-point lead heading into halftime. Cecil, that one's good. 42-32. Central Michigan inbounds this one, and that's how this one will come to a close. The Chippewas with an explosive second quarter have a 10-point lead over your Bowling Green Falcons, 42-32, heading into halftime. We'll see what adjustments head coach Fred Shamil and his staff can make for Bowling Green to pull off their second road win and their 5th MAC win of the season. 20 minutes down, 20 minutes left of basketball left to be played here in Mount Pleasant. We'll take a quick break and recap the first half and preview what's to come here in the second. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey there, Wood County families. Make sure to join us here on WBGU Sundays from 2 to 4 p.m. for Family Radio. You'll hear family-oriented content, including fun children's music, comedy bits, and educational segments for all ages.
Let the games begin!
That's Family Radio, broadcasting live from the campus of Bowling Green State University and 88.1 FM WBGU HD1, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Is there anything they won't do?
Falcon Media Sports Network is finally back on the road with BGSU hockey. Make sure to catch the voice of Falcon hockey, Ben Korak, on the call for every BGSU game this season on WBGU 88.1 FM.
My name is Hunter Hayes. I know myself and I know my buzzed warning signs. One shot is about knowing my limits or not necessarily knowing my limits.
I start with one shot to have a good time.
One of the signs that I'm starting to feel a little buzz is when I start solving not only my own problems, but the entire world's problems. When I know I'm going out, I know I'm gonna start with calling for a ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm a wife, a sister,
and a grandfather.
I'm an office clerk.
I'm a research analyst,
dance fitness instructor,
actor.
I'm a copywriter.
I'm a veteran.
I have lupus,
cerebral palsy.
I'm blind.
And I'm working in a job I love.
I love.
Because I was given a chance
to contribute my skills and talents.
To show that my disability is only one part of who I am.
Who I am.
Who I am.
At work, it's what people can do that matters.
For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
BGSU hockey goalkeeper Christian Stover is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network Athlete of the Week. In a weekend series against Augustana at the Slater Family Ice Arena, Stover totaled 61 saves across 2 games, allowing only 2 goals and ending the weekend with a save percentage of 94.8, good for second best in NCAA Division I. After BG's back-to-back losses against the Vikings, Stover maintains a 7-4 record in his games in front of the net, and he's earned at least 34 saves in 6 of his 11 outings. Stover also earned CCHA Goaltender of the Week in the first week of January for his performances against Lake Superior State that featured 71 saves and only 1 goal allowed in back-to-back wins over the Lakers. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
To listen to replays of recent Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts, tune into WBGU 88.1 FM every weekday morning from midnight to 3 a.m.
Back here at halftime in Central Michigan as the Chippewas lead your Bowling Green Falcons 42-32, a 10-point lead for CMU with 20 minutes of basketball down and 21 minutes left to be played here at McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant. I'm Luke Kleinmar, looking to bring you the rest of the call with you. Let's recap a little bit what we saw in the first 2 quarters. Bowling Green shot, it was a little bit rough at the start offensively. They picked it up a little bit, but in the end, they shot 10 for 26 from the field. That's good for 38.5%. That's not good enough shooting in the first half. That's for 14 from three-point range. That is very uncharacteristic of this team, especially the last couple of games against Akron and Toledo as well. That's 21% from three-point range. Central Michigan, however, on the other side, 16 for 31 from shooting, 51% from the field. That'll do, putting up 5 more shots than Bowling Green. They've attempted 8 less three-point attempts. They've shot 1 for 6 from beyond the arc, only making 1 3, and that was early into the contest. But their mid-range game, their rebounding ability has stifled Bowling Green. And when you look at the rebounds, that's one of the biggest categories, in my opinion, that sticks out. 18 rebounds for Central Michigan, 13 for Bowling Green. Offensive rebounds, 7 for Central Michigan, 5 for Bowling Green. Defensive rebounds, 11 for Central Michigan, 8 for Bowling Green, and haven't been a lot of lead changes, but Central Michigan has led for majority of the game. They led for about 11 minutes in the contest. Bowling Green just 6 minutes and 36 seconds so far in this game. No fast break points for either team. Just 1 steal for Bowling Green and 3 steals for Central Michigan. 10 points off of turnovers for CMU, 9 points off turnovers for Bowling Green, 22 points in the paint for Central Michigan, making up over 50% of their points coming inside the paint. We knew they had height. We knew they were a very good rebounding team. We knew how important that was going to be. 14 points in the paint for BG. Not too bad, but when you consider how dominant Central Michigan has been inside Bowling Green's area, you would have to expect more. You're going to have to do more against this Central Michigan team. Looking a little bit at the stat leaders for both teams after that first quarter. For the Chippewas, Lawson, game high and team high, 16 points. 5 for 6 shooting, 6 for 6 from the charity stripe, and a game high 4 rebounds as well. She was electric for the Chippewas in that first half. Maddie Morson, 9 points as well. She's the second closest on the team, and 3 players also have 4 points as well. Tissone, Anderson, and Prewitt all got 4 points for the Chippewas. And for most notably your Bowling Green Falcons, no players got double figures in those first 2 quarters. Donahue and Fleming both had 9 points. That was time for the team high. Paige Kohler was third. Tied for second right behind him with 5 points. Velasco had 4. And besides that, Eric Kohler just had a basket. Cecil had a point, and Moxie just had a basket as well. Not the best shooting half offensively for Bowling Green. And what adjustments do you have to make is you got to give yourself some better chances, and you got to start knocking down your shots. Get more open looks. A lot of their looks there in that first quarter were heavily guarded, or they took the shot clock all the way down and they put up an unforced shot that ended up not going in. So executing your plays have to be a whole lot better, but they got to win the paint battle. They're going to need a big second half on the way from Erica Porter if they're going to come back in this contest. Some other stats that come off in that first half: points, personal fouls, Central Michigan 10, Bowling Green 7. There were a lot of fouls in that first quarter, especially a little bit more physical than we've seen, especially from the Bowling Green side of things in the past couple of games. Chippewas are a very physical team. As I mentioned, they did beat Miami 47-46, and Miami was probably one of the more physical teams Bowling Green has played up to this point last season. As the halftime show commences here in Central Michigan. Pretty entertaining for our audio listeners. A couple of other team stats before we head on off here for the second half. No technical fouls, no possessions, 2 blocks for Central Michigan, 1 block for Bowling Green, 9 bench points for Central Michigan, 3 for BG. They're going to need more production from their bench as well if they're going to come away with their second road win of the season. For Central Michigan, they're 8-12 on the year, and they're trying to get their 9th win of the year, and both teams trying to find that 5th MAC win. Both teams in that kind of 6th, 7th, 8th spot area in the MAC. Both teams trying to get that spot to Cleveland, trying to get some comfort, some light, some little bit of comfort before you go into Cleveland. So you don't have to wait till the last couple of games to make sure you make it. Bowling Green right now sit in 7th. Central Michigan sit in 8th. So this is a big game, especially towards the middle of the pack in the MAC. Above them for BG, Miami, Western Michigan, Toledo, Kent State, Buffalo, and Ball State. What's in common there? Bowling Green has lost every single one of those teams except Ball State. That's the team they play next after this. This is a huge game for Bowling Green. Have to come away with a big win here to keep their spot in the MAC to head to Cleveland. Same thing for Central Michigan. Need a big win if you want to get at least that final spot heading into Mid-American Conference play in Cleveland. That'll do it for us here. And one time before we send it off here, make sure you tune into our hockey broadcast later this evening starting at 5:45 pregame and 6 p.m. for puck drop for BGSU hockey taking on Northern Michigan in their second game of the series. They had a big 3-2 win over the Wildcats on Friday. Our voice of BG Hockey, Ben Korak, will be on the call for that one. So that'll do it for us here for halftime here. We're just under 4 minutes left before we begin third quarter action here. The Falcons trail by 10 over the Central Michigan Chippewas 42-32. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's your home, it's your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green is making sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Testing for radon is easy. Just call 866-730-GREEN.
Make it green, green, green.
A message from the U.S. EPA.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
You are listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X. Back here at McGurk Arena, here in Mount Pleasant, Central Michigan Chippewas 42, Bowling Green Falcons 32, a 10-point lead for CMU as the Falcons look to make a comeback, make a statement here the second half of this season for their second road win of the year, and get a big one here in Mount Pleasant. We read you some of the stats in the first half. No secret, Bowling going to shoot the ball better, both from the three-point range and in the field and from the mid-range, and they're going to have to win the battle in the paint along with the rebounding battle as well. Before we get this third quarter situated as well, I want to give another big thank you to the Blues Breakfast for letting us borrow their time in the radio station, letting us broadcast all these BGSU women's basketball games to you, especially the games that are tip-off at noon, 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., the early afternoon games. I want to give a big shout out to them as well for all they do for Falcon Media Sports Network and all the help they have providing us for these broadcasts. Back on the way here for the start of the second half. As Velasco will get us started here. Porter. Same starting five for BG that started. Velasco, Porter, Donahue, Kohler, and Fleming. Same starting five for Chippewas. Lawson, Darrington, Anderson, Tassone, and Morrison. And Kohler driving to the basket and getting that one to go. Erica Porter there, a chance for a three-point play to start this half, and a good way to start the third quarter for Bowling Green. Seven points now for Kohler, a chance for 8. Here's Kohler from the charity stripe. In and out there. 2 for 9 shooting so far this game. 1 for 9 from three-point range for the sophomore from North Olmsted Falls. Here's Anderson. Anderson drives inside. High-arcing shot, no good. Porter battling for the rebound. Possession arrow favors Central Michigan. As Lawson and Porter were battling for that ball. Ball play tipped off the hands. Lawson. Morrison pulls up from the left elbow there. That one no good. And it's going to be a foul on, I believe we're going to get Erica Porter for this. We'll see what they get here. It'll be actually Donahue. We her third personal foul, leading the team in points with 9. We'll see what happens to her. Actually looks to stay in. So Morrison will go to the free throw line here. That one off the front of the rim and falls for the Chippewas. Leak back up to 9. Can be back up to double digits here if she can convert. She's in double figures now. Chance to make it to 11. And she does. 2 for 2, 11 points, 44-34. Central Michigan. Kohler bounce pass, Erica Porter. Velasco thought about it. Steps back, Velasco has an open look for 3. Velasco no good. Porter misjudged the rebound. Donahue on the floor to get the rebound. Good hustle play from the freshman. Picks it out to Kohler. Velasco. It's a good play there from the freshman to keep that one alive. Kohler. Fleming. Velasco back up to Fleming. Fleming will take a 3. Lexi Fleming. That one no good. Rebounded again from Donahue. Possession. Arrow will favor. It'll favor Bowling Green. Another big rebound there from the freshman. Velasco. Fleming, mid-range 2 there. That's short. And Central Michigan come back with it the other way. Shot there, no good, but a foul will be called on Lawson. That was a quick break there from Central Michigan. And they're getting into Velasco. That's her third personal foul. A lot of fouls now for Bowling Green. Velasco and Donahue each have 3. Porter has 2. But definitely a little bit more chippy than it is in previous games for BG. 8:35 left to play here in the third quarter. Lawson. First one is good. Shamil not happy with the call. Second one is good as well there from Lawson. Now 46-32, the largest lead of the game, 12 for Central Michigan. Donahue. Velasco works inside, got free. Amy Velasco up and in. Cuts the lead down to 10. 46-36 now. Here's Tisson. Hands it off, Lawson. Couple pump fakes, Lawson. Mosley. Back out to Lawson. Lawson drives inside. Long switch, and now on the same page there for Lawson and Pruitt. But it goes out of bounds. A big defensive stop from Bowling Green. Got to get points off of this. Lawson up to 18 points in the game. 8 of those have came from the charity stripe. She has 7 rebounds. 3 rebounding away from a double-double. Kohler. Kohler long switch to Amy Velasco. Velasco floater. That one off the mark. And it goes out of bounds for Central Michigan ball. Again, Bowling Green, they're coming up empty on that play. They got to stop on the defensive end from Central Michigan. You got to turn those into points on the other end. Still down by 10, 46-36, 7:34 with the play here in the third quarter. Here's Mosley, top of the key, guarded by Kohler. Feeds inside to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Porter. Hands this one off there, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Pruitt. Donahue did well there, standing her ground and take the contact. Another stop for BG. Central Michigan's 1 for 6 in their last 3-point attempts. Bowling Green's 1 for 5 in their last field goal attempts. 1 for 12 in their last 3-point attempts. Velasco backdoor pass to Fleming. That's what you want to see if you're Bowling Green. Nice feed to 2 of your most experienced players. Fleming cuts the lead down to 8. Tisson, right wing, Mosley. However, pardon me there, a 3-ball on the way. The 3-pointer is good, only the second 3-ball made of this game. The lead is back up to 11. Erica Porter fights through the contact there in the post, up and in. 49-40. Here's Lawson. Mosley locks it in a 3 again. That's off the front of the rim. And crashing the boards with Central Michigan. Fleming comes away with it, however. And Donahue collided there in the head. Seems to be okay. Fleming got free there. Was looking to go on the fast break, but whistle was blown for a foul. That'll be on Lisa Tisson for her first personal foul. So Tisson will pick up her first. Team's 13th personal foul of the game. Donahue, Kohler, Velasco. Dribbling inside, that one no good. Erica Porter on the putback. Got it up and in. That's another big basket there from Erica Porter. 49-42, lead cut down to 7. Then the triples back their way. Can Bowling Green get another stop? Johnson puts a move on Erica Porter there. That was tipped and stolen away from Donahue. Donahue's got a fast break to the rim. Kohler, she'll try a 3-page. Kohler, that's good! And that's the run. Bowling Green needed a big 3 from Paige Kohler. 49-45, lead cut down to just 4. A 7-0 run for Bowling Green. Lawson. Pruitt. Lost it again. Dribbling inside. Mid-range shot there. Rolls in and out. Rebounded there from Donahue. Donahue trying to stay in bounds. Long outlet pass to Fleming. And a hard collision between Fleming and Mosley. And I'm no professional lip reader, but I think Fleming said she's fine. But that was a hard collision nonetheless. Fleming will walk to the floor. And walk to the floor. But this is quite an impressive run for Bowling Green. 49-45. CMU leads by just 4. It looks like we're going to bring this one to a timeout. We reached the 5-minute point, which means we reached our media timeout. And before we reach our media timeout, another reminder, make sure you tune in to BGSU Hockey taking on Northern Michigan for their second game of this year's tonight. Starting at 5:45 for pregame, 6 p.m. is puck drop. The voice of BG Hockey, Ben Korak, will be on the call here. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find its latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Bowling Green's on a 7-0 run, cutting the lead down to just 4. 49-45 Central Michigan leads. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You have the right to know. The right to know about culture. The right to know about the economy. The right to know about technology and to know about sports. You have the right to know about education and politics and the weather. You have the right to know what's happening abroad and in your backyard. But above all else, you have the right to know that this right is under attack, and we must work to protect it. Because in order to be free, we must be informed. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU Student Media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Back here in Central Michigan, or the Falcons are on a 7-0 run and have cut the lead down to 4. 49-45, the Chippewas lead. But Bowling Green is storming back and looking to take the lead as the Chippewas have been held scoreless here in the near 2 minutes. Welcome back inside the broadcast. I'm Luke Kleinmeyer, ready to be alongside you for the remainder of this one. Along with our board operator back in the cooling centers, Nate Henners, who does all the dirty work, all the hard work. I just get to pull on the headset and have some fun. So before we left off there, Lexi Fleming had to walk off to the court as Donahue had a long pass that switched the floor but ran into Donahue. This caused a head-on-head collision with Mosley, but Fleming all right, she just exit, and incoming in is Jasmine Fern for BG. The Falcons with the basketball. Velasco into Fern. Fern to Kohler. Under 5 minutes left to play. Donahue. Velasco. Kohler. Fern. Donahue. Shot clock down to 7. Donahue dribbling inside. Donahue still works her way. Out to Fern. Fern for 3. Jasmine Fern. Yes! Lead cut down to just 1. Jasmine Fern, a big 3. The Australian native that comes from the land down under knocks down a big three, 49-48. Tassone. Outside. Morson. Guarded heavily by Velasco. Screen set from Johnson. Morson. Gets a screen. Shuckle down the one. Morson. That one's off and no good. Rebounded from Kohler and get it back to the hands of Donahue. Those two have been superb in this second half. Kohler, right wing, a chance for the Falcons to take the lead. Donahue, Fern, out to Velasco. Velasco gets open free and had a last touch off of Tassone. Be out of bounds and Bowling Green will remain in possession. Fern out, Fleming back in. Fleming leads the Falcons in points now with 11. Kohler has 10. Donahue, 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. She's been excellent this game. Velasco, Kohler, Donahue. Here's Kohler. Kohler found an open space there, puts up a high-arcing shot there, no good. And couldn't get the foul. So Falcons still trail by 9, 49-48, with 3:25 to play here in the third quarter. Lawson. Poked away from Donahue. And Fleming was trying to get the ball back, but a little bit of grab of the legs there on the floor for Lawson, so Lawson gets out with the foul. So another big defensive stop for Bowling Green. This is a 10-0 run for BG in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Central Michigan scoreless for near 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Fleming will inbound this one to Velasco. Officiating crew having a little bit more discussion with the scores table. And we're back underway here. Kohler. Porter. Here's Donahue. Back up to Kohler. Donahue again. Velasco. Screen set there from Erica Porter. Velasco out to Donahue. Donahue thought about three. Travel's going to be called on the freshman. Three ball on the way now for Central Michigan as they go back their way. Morson breaks the drought in a big way. A three ball from the left wing at 48-52. The Falcons trail by 4. Fleming. Inside of Porter. Erica Porter. Working on 2 Chippewas. Gets it back up to Fleming. Velasco wide open. Three ball on the way for Amy Velasco. That one off the mark. Here come the Chippewas back the other way. Tassone working on Fleming. Tassone out to Anderson. Morrison a 3. That one's good. 2 big threes from Morrison. A 6-point swing just like that. 55-48. A timeout going to be taken for Bowling Green. They cut it down to 1, and now they're down by 7. 2 huge threes from Morrison has put the Chippewas back in the lead by 7. 55-48, Central Michigan. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, located 145 South Main Street on Bowling Green. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the third quarter down to a minute 54 before we get into the fourth. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain.
Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Arielle Winter. If you're anything like me, your pets are not only your best friends, they're part of your family. American Humane, which has been rescuing animals like Cleo here for more than 100 years, has life-saving tips that can make a big difference in a disaster. When disaster strikes, you want to protect your whole family, including your pets. To help keep your family safe and help our best friends in their worst times, find tips at AmericanHumane.org.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here in McGurk Arena in Mount Pleasant, the Chippewas through Maddie Morrison. 2 back-to-back big threes has put the Chippewas back up by 7. 55-48, your Bowling Green Falcons trail by 7. They were down to 1 at one point. They had a 10-0 run, but now the BG Falcons are scoreless in nearly 3 minutes. Need to get back in this game again, down by 7. Morrison hit just 2 huge threes, heavily guarded by a couple of Falcons. But give her credit. 17 points, second on the team. Lawson and Morrison have made up a 35 of Central Michigan's 55 points. Bowling Green will have the ball and come back. 1:54 left to play in the third quarter. Velasco. Inbounds to Donahue. Donahue works inside. Donahue and the foul. Donahue got free, lays it up and in, and has a chance to make it a 3-point play. A big run there from the freshman. Chance to cut the lead down to 4. Donahue from the line. Yes! 55-51. Lead cut down to just 4. Under 1:50 of the play here. We got a good one here in Mount Pleasant. Tassone. Tassone. That pass is blocked from Velasco and then into the hands of Kohler. Kohler to Fleming. Fleming gets free. Fleming drives to the hoop. Fleming up and over and can't get it to go. A big possession comes out empty for Bowling Green. Back the other way. Here's Griffin for Central Michigan. And timeout going to be taken for Central Michigan. The minute 21 left to play here in this one. Donahue now leads the Falcons in scoring, rebounding, and assists. 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists and steals. Pardon me, 4 categories. So points, rebounding, assists, and steals for the freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. As the Orange and Brown cut it down to just 4. Quick 30-second timeout here for Central Michigan. Reminder, we have hockey later tonight right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. The Falcons taking on the Wildcats of Northern Michigan for the second game of the series. They had a big 3-2 overtime win over Northern Michigan last night through an overtime goal from Jackson Niedermeyer. We're going to do so the same. Ben Korak, the voice of BGSU Hockey, will be on the call with you later tonight starting at 5:45 pregame. Back on the way here from this timeout. 3 ball on the way here from Griffin. In and out. That ball is a loose ball there, and they're going to say Kohler pushed. Ooh, boy. We're going to say Kohler there pushed Griffin as she was looking to get check on that loose ball. But it looked like from my angle that Griffin was already falling on her own. So interesting call that Fred Shamil will not be happy with. Here's Johnson. Hands this one off. Morrison. Nice pump move. That's a long deep two, and she drains it. Now in the game high, 19 points from Maddie Morrison. A long deep two extends it 57-51. Under a minute left to play here. Kohler to Fleming. Pass inside. Erica Porter can't get that one to go. Erica Porter is fouled. (57-51), 40.5 seconds left remaining here in the third quarter. Erica Porter's got 2 big free throws coming up on the way. And first one for Erica Porter is up and no good. Second attempt is good. So 1 for 2 trip there from Porter. 11 for 16 as a team from the free throw line this game for Bowling Green. 57-52, 34 seconds left here in the third. Driving inside, that one rolls up and over, no good, but the putback from Privet is good. 59-52. Here's Kohler. Kohler puts it up there, is fouled, and the basket won't fall. So 2 free throws on the way for Kohler now. Chance to cut it down to 5 points. Mosley will check back into this game from Morrison. Kohler's got a couple of free throws here on the way from the charity stripe. First one up is good. 59-53. BG down by 6. Kohler 11 points. Tied for the team lead with 12, and that one's good as well. 59-54 with 20.8 seconds left. Couple of subs on the way. Shot clock is off for Central Michigan. Down to 17 seconds left and counting. 59-54. Emily Cecil back in for this defensive play for Bowling Green. Moving inside there, and Donahue is going to be called for the foul. That's going to be her fourth personal foul of the game. Fleming check back in for Donahue. Cecil checks out, McGuff checks out, Velasco checks back in as well. Fern will check in. So a couple of free throws on the way for Privet. So Privet. First one is off the mark. That's a big miss there for Bowling Green. Second one is up, and that one's good. Lead back up to 6. 8 seconds left here in the third. 60-54. There's Kohler with 3 seconds left. Kohler gets a little bit of separation. Kohler puts the shot up and is fouled with 0.6 of a second left on the clock. Well, free throws are important in any game of college basketball, but I think it's safe to say that it's really important here. The amount of fouls both these teams have committed on each other, the amount of trips both teams have had to the free throw line so far this game. It's been really important for both teams. Kohler has a chance to cut it down to a 4-point lead heading into this fourth quarter. First one's good. 60-55 BG. Kohler now has a baker's dozen, is into the team lead in points. Second one is up and good. Lead cut down to 4. 60-56. And that's how this third one will come to a close We got a ball game here in the final 10 minutes. 60-56. The Chippewas lead by 4. Final 10 minutes coming up here in Mount Pleasant to see which team can get their 5th MAC win of the season. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Back here at McGirth Arena, here at Mount Pleasant, where the Falcons trail by 4 over the Central Michigan Chippewas, 60-56. We have fourth quarter action coming up here. Bowling Green has a chance to get their second road win of the season, get a big, big win, and moving up and keeping their spot in the MAC. Lucas Clymer alongside with you for the final 10 minutes and counting, possibly, of this call, alongside Nate Henners and Dalton in our board operator room on the campus of Bowling Green State University in the Cooling Center. Reminder, stay post-game. We have BGSU assistant coach Maggie Lucas joining us, along with our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game. This will be determined after this final quarter here in Mount Pleasant. The Falcons traveled to Muncie, Indiana. That will be next on Wednesday. We'll have the call right here on WBGU starting at 6 p.m. for 6:15, I should say, for pregame. For 6:30 for tip-off, but before that, make sure you tune in at 5:45 tonight on WBGU for BGSU hockey, taking on Northern Michigan with puck drop at 6. Ben Korak will be on the call for that one. Fourth quarter underway here at McGirth Arena. Here's Morrison, back to Lawson. Morrison heavily guarded there from Kohler. Kohler, and nice bump off the ball there from Kohler to get the ball stolen away from Fern. Here's Velasco. Porter to Fleming. Kohler. Erica Porter. Bounce pass, nice separation, and just too strong there from Porter. Pump fake there on Velasco from Morrison. That shot no good. And a little bit of contact there. Maybe a little bit of shoving in the back there on Lawson. They'll get a Falcon on that one. It'll be Jasmine Fern on her first personal foul of the contest. First one rolls in and out. Second one is off the mark as well, but rebounded from the Chippewas and stolen away from Paige Kohler. What a play. Just ripping the ball off of Anderson. Paige Kohler back the other way. Sets up the offense now, orchestrating Screen set there from Porter. Now here's Velasco. Fern. Porter found open space. Erica Porter up and in. The lead's cut down to 2, 60-58. 8:45 to play in this one. Erica Porter now up to 7 points in this one. Driving inside. Anderson kicks it out. Morrison, foot stays in bounds over Kohler. That one rolls in. Morrison off the contact. 62-58 Central Michigan. Velasco to Kohler. Screen set there from Porter. Velasco feeds it inside to Erica Porter. Erica Porter. Oh, nice spin move from Erica Porter, and she is fouled. That would have been really nice if you got to the basket. Nice little spin. You got back to the basket. And couldn't get that shot to go, but she'll go to the free throw line. Fern checks out. Kieran McGuff will check back in for BG. The Shane Donahue now has 4 personal fouls as she's been one of the most impactful players on the defensive end for Bowling Green. We'll see if she eventually comes back into this game or she may elect to keep her on the bench. Porter, that one falls. 62-59. Porter now up to 10 points, 4th Falcon being double figures. That one's good as well. Lead cut down to 2, 62-60. Here come the chip balls back their way. Can the Falcons get a big defensive stop? Here's Tassone. Charity stripe, hands it off. Prewitt. Lawson. Bounce pass loose. McGuff couldn't hold in the rebound. It will be Central Michigan ball. Going down this one with Tassone. Tassone into Morrison. Morrison, step back 3, in and out, and rebounded from Erica Porter. What a big difference that would have been. That 3 fell through. Kohler works away left wing. This is a big offensive possession for Bowling Green. 7:25 left remaining in the 4th. 62-60 Central Michigan. There's Erica Porter. Nice spin from Erica Porter to tie, and she does it. 62 apiece. Erica Porter with a baker's dozen. We are tied with 7:05 left to play in this one. There's a move. Fleming there, charged up with Tassone. And a jump ball possession here will favor Bowling Green. Another big stop there for BG. Porter will check out, get a moment's break. Ellis will check in. Jasmine Fern will check in, get out from McGuff. With under 7 minutes left to play here. Here's Velasco. Kohler. Spin move, gets it out to Velasco. Velasco to Fleming. Fleming shoots it, locks it low for 3. Fleming, in and out. That was a chance for BG to take the lead there. Couldn't find the bottom of the basket. Morrison. Here's another Prewitt. Found the open lane. That's tipped from Ellis, and she can't hold on to the rebound. McGuff will come in for Jasmine Fern. Tied at 62 apiece here in Mount Pleasant. 6:20 left to play here. Lawson Inbounds it, looking for Johnson. That one was stolen initially. Fleming just tips it out. Central Michigan gets it back, however. There's Lawson again. On Kohler. Tisson. And a fadeaway jumper there from Tisson, no good. Rebounded there from Taya Ellis. Big defensive rebound there from the Canadian. Fleming. Fleming out to Kohler. McGuff. Here's Velasco. Bounce pass inside to Kohler. Kohler, Fleming goes up, won't go, but she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Tell you what, we're going to have a hard time picking our Falcon Media Food and Drink Out player of the game. There's been so many impressive players. You have Porter, Donahue, Fleming, Kohler, all in double figures and all been impressive in their own ways. Porter has taken over this fourth quarter. Donahue has leads in the rebounding, assist, and steal categories. Kohler's got the most points. Fleming's been Fleming. As Fleming goes to the free throw line and converts her first one there. Now it's 12 points. Bowling Green has taken the lead for the first time in a long time. First two is up and good. BG in the lead. 64-62, the Falcons lead. 5:33 left remaining in this one. Should have a dramatic finish to this one. Velasco had that pass tipped. And it was off the leg there, Morrison. And it'll be Central Michigan basketball. Lawson went down this one. And it was looking there for Anderson. Anderson went up strong to the hoop, but was bumped off the ball midair. And she'll go to the free throw line. So Anderson, who just has 4 points in this game on 2 for 5 shooting, leads the team in assists. And that one's off the mark. So she can cut it down to just one right now. And she does. 64-63, Falcons up by 1. Here's Velasco. Velasco to Porter. To Kohler. Fleming. Porter. Spin moves, and she's fouled. Tried to go up for that basket. Got the shot up, but couldn't get the fall. She goes to the cherry stripe once again. Has a chance to lead the team in points if she can convert both of them. There's Porter's first attempt. Good. Chance to extend it to a 3-point play for BG. And for her to give her the most points in the contest. Good as well. 66-63 BG. We have now reached the 5-minute mark. Next stoppage will be our 4th and final media timeout. And that one's going to be an offensive foul on Central Michigan. Wow, what a play. And that will bring us to our 4th and final media timeout. The Falcons have stormed back and have a lead here in Mount Pleasant, 66-63. Can they close it out We have 4 minutes and 56 seconds left of basketball left to be played. Let's see if they can do so. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, 145 South Main Street in downtown Bowling Green, featuring coffee and craft beer, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. The Falcons up by 3 with under 5 minutes left to play here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Every year, millions of Americans use opioids to manage pain, and reliance on opioids has led to the worst drug crisis in American history. That's why the CDC recommends safer alternatives like physical therapy to manage pain. Physical therapists treat pain through movement, hands-on care, and patient education. No warning labels required. When it comes to your health, you have a choice. Choose physical therapy. Visit moveforwardpt.com to find a physical therapist in your area.
BGSU women's basketball stays on the road to face Ball State on Wednesday, February 5th. Tune in to Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Kaden Knapp at 6:15 for pregame and 6:30 p.m. for tip-off on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here with under 5 minutes left to play here in Mount Pleasant. The Falcons 66, Central Michigan 63. The Falcons have outscored the Chippewas 10-3 in the fourth quarter thus far in this one. What a great start it's been to this fourth. We have now reached the halfway point in the last quarter. Let's see if they can close it out and earn their 5th MAC win of the season and get to 11-10 overall this year. Lucas Kleinmeyer alongside the call here for the final 5 minutes or so. And as a reminder, we'll be joined by BGSU assistant coach Maggie Lucas for our post-game show, along with our PG Falcon Media Food and Drink Player of the Game, which is to be decided as well. Plenty of good candidates. Erica Porter leading the team of points. Donahue leading the team in 3 different categories. Kohler, 14 points as well. Fleming, 13 points as well. Bowling Green first to the floor. It will be Central Michigan ball out of this timeout. Excuse me, it will be Bowling Green ball after this timeout, pardon me. Velasco inbound to Kohler. There's Fern, hands it back out to Kohler, right wing Velasco. Velasco, Fleming. Fleming locks it low for 3, Lexi Fleming, that one's a little bit short. And Fleming does well to keep that one in play for Velasco. She was right by center logo. Shot clock down to 9, here's Fern. Fleming, Velasco, Porter, down to 5. Erica Porter, tough, going to the rim. And can't get one to go, but once again, she is fouled. Donahue checking in for Fern. She has 4 personal fouls. The Falcons need a lockdown defender. Erica Porter, 5 for 6 from the free throw line this game. 4 rebounds to go along with a team high 15 points. A chance for 16 and or 17. Porter's first one rolls around the rim and goes out. Second attempt for EP is in and out as well. Lead still down to 3, 66-63. Here's Lawson. Bounce pass to Morrison. Lawson. Shot clock down to 7. We are now under 4 minutes left remaining in the fourth. Loose ball on the floor. They wanted a foul and lost and not given. Eric Laporte picks it up. Shot clock expires. And it'll be a turnover for Central Michigan. What a defensive play for Bowling Green. Here's Kohler off the inbound from Velasco. Donahue. Velasco trying to make it a two-possession game. 66-63. Fleming. Donahue hands it off to Velasco. Velasco, nice move. Velasco trying to put that one up, no good. Porter trying to get the rebound. And then possession up for Bowling Green. Pass inside. Nice spin move, and that one rolls in and out of the rim. Rebound, however, from Anderson. Anderson gets it right back, and that one rolls in and out as well. The putback, and that one rolls in from Anderson. 66-65, the Falcons lead by 1. 3 minutes left to play here in this one. Kohler. Velasco. Fleming. Offensive foul for Bowling Green. So Central Michigan has a chance to retake the lead here. 2:36 left to play here in the fourth. 66-65 BG. Get ready for a back and forth inning. Long deep two for Morrison. That one no good. Fleming trying to get the rebound there. Bodies flying everywhere. Kohler goes into the Central Michigan bench. And it's going to be Central Michigan ball regardless, as Kohler had the last touch going out of bounds. McGuff will come in for Fleming. Going to help with some rebounding. Here's Morrison. Morrison pulls up a deep two again. Morrison. Central Michigan retakes the lead. 67-66. 2:05 left to go here. Back and forth we go. Kohler. Screen set from Porter. Hands it off to Donahue. Donahue to Velasco. Velasco found an open seam. Velasco spin moves, puts it up. Velasco no good. Porter trying to get the rebound. It's going to be Central Michigan ball. The minute 45 left. Tasson will bring this up. Out wide, top of the key, Anderson. Morrison. Every possession is huge here for both sides in the remaining minutes. Minute 25. Anderson. Anderson drives, no good. Porter on the rebound. It'll be Central Michigan ball. As Bowling Green going to hold on the rebound as time was expiring. So 5 on the shot clock for CMU. The minute 21. Morrison. Morrison, another deep two. That one off the front of the rim. McGuff can hold the rebound. And it's going to be a foul, nonetheless, on the Chippewas. We'll see who they get here for this foul. Didn't quite see it happen. Fleming's trying to check back into the game. But we're in the bonus now. So Kieran McGuff was fouled. So McGuff's going to go to the free throw line. That's going to be a Taylor Anderson for the Chippewas, her third personal foul. And these are huge free throws coming up for Kieran McGuff, who has no points yet this game, but it could be two of the biggest. McGuff's first attempt is good. We're tied at 67 apiece. McGuff, second attempt on the way. Good. Bowling Green retakes the lead, 68-67. Tessone will bring the ball up for the Chippewas. Down to 1:05. It's crunch time. Lawson, mid-range, blocked from Velasco. Out of bounds. Last touch off of BG. It will be Central Michigan basketball. Velasco got the touch. And they're going to, I believe the officials are going to go to the monitor here to make sure that was last off of a Falcon. We don't have the replay monitor, but I'm going to peek over to our ESPN Plus broadcasters here with their monitor. And I was a little too late looking at that replay, so I can't tell. So for our listeners, we'll have to wait to see what the officiating do. We'll stay right here. We have 59.7 seconds left remaining here. 68-67. Bowling Green has the lead through two big free throws from Kieran McGuff. We'll see what they can do here. 3 Chippewas are on 4 fouls, so they're 1 away from foul. Now it's Johnson, Prewitt, and Darrington. We haven't seen Darrington at all since the first half. She's only played 12 minutes in this game. Donahue is 1 away from fouling out as well, but she has had a monstrous game on all ends of the floor. Reminder, make sure you check out our hockey broadcast tonight. BGSU Hockey taking on Northern Michigan, starting at 5:45 for pregame at 6 p.m. for puck drop. The voice of BGSU Hockey, Ben Kwok, will be on the call for that one. Make sure you tune to the Zig Zone on this Sunday, 3 to 5 on WBGU, where it's our flagship radio show where we discuss all hot topics, BGSU athletics. After review, it will be Bowling Green ball, a huge play for the Falcons. So call will be overturned. Fleming will check back in. Fern will check back in. So this is a huge possession coming up for Bowling Green. Chance to possibly make it a 2-score game, or at least make it a 3-point lead. Reminder as well, Tuesday night, tune in to Falcon Radio for BGSU men's basketball taking on Northern Illinois. Starting at 6:45 pregame, they tip off at 7 p.m. The men's team will be in action right here tonight against the Chippewas in this very same arena. A couple of men's team who are already on the bus trip and made the trip over here early to watch the women's team. Back to get started here, Kohler. Fern. Kohler, 55 seconds left to play here. There's Velasco. Bounce pass to Porter. Porter works inside. Porter. Long switch. Kohler for 3. Paige Kohler. Yes! Oh, what a big 3 from Paige Kohler. She makes it a 4-point game. 71-67. The sophomore with a huge basket. Timeout on the floor taken there by Central Michigan. We'll take it with them. A quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys! I love this song! I love these nachos. I love our kickball league! Ugh! I love this guy! What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Final 42 seconds left to play here in Mount Pleasant. A huge three from Paige Kohler, who now has a team-high 17 points, makes it a 4-point game, 71-67 Bowling Green, with 41.3 seconds left remaining. Central Michigan will have the ball here. Be prepared for probably a couple of free throws here, folks, towards the end of the game. Ball inbound. Anderson kicks it out. Lawson, mid-range two on the way, off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound there from Erica Porter. Strongly comes out with whistle blown. And timeout was taken from Bowling Green. So another timeout we're taken from BG after getting the ball. The BG will have the ball. So a big defensive rebound there from Erica Porter, who now 15 points, 5 rebounds, tied for the team high, in a huge, huge fourth quarter. Kohler, 17 points, leads the team. Fleming, 13, Porter, 15, Donahue, 12. Those are the players in double figures for Bowling Green. Amy Velasco, quiet game for her, just 6 points for her, but 2 blocks, which leads the team as well. 23 points for Morson. Game high, 18 points for Lawson, but the third closest is Privet and Tisson. Sorry, Privet and Anderson each has 7. Tisson just has 4. And it's been quite the fourth quarter for Bowling Green. Reminder to tune into Zig Zone on Sundays 3 to 5 right here on WBGU with our main host, Holden Ruck, our flagship station for where we discuss all the hot topics surrounding BGSU Athletics, the only flagship radio station that talks about BGSU Athletics on Sundays. Out of this timeout, Cole will inbound this pass. Into Velasco. Velasco gets the ball from Kohler. She is fouled, so Velasco will go to the charity stripe. It was 0 for 1 this game in the charity stripe. Not been the best shooting day for her, but if there's anybody you want shooting free throws, Amy Velasco is certainly one of those players with how good she's been all season long. Velasco shooting 2. First one is good. Makes it a 5-point lead now for BG. Second one for Velasco is good as well. It's a 6-point lead for BG. 73-67. Another defensive stop and some points for Bowling Green might just about do it. 30.7 seconds left, but there's still work to be done for the Orange and Brown to close this one out. A win would move them to 11-10 in MAC play and 5-5 in MAC play. In a game where Central Michigan has led for the majority of the time, they're scoreless in the last minute 45. And give credit to Bowling Green, the defensive play has been outstanding in this fourth quarter. And so many times this season, the fourth quarter collapse has happened too many times for Bowling Green. It's been the complete opposite this game. They were down heading into the fourth, and they came back and grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. And now they have 30 seconds left to close this one up by 6. Got to get a stop. Probably got to hit a couple more free throws here. But you got to be proud of the effort they've shown tonight. This afternoon, I should say. And Mosley off the fingertips in the hands of McGuff. It's a loose ball still. Porter is still a loose ball. And we'll see what the call is. I believe Porter got kicked in the back of the head. We'll see what the call is. And I believe they're going to call foul on Erica Porter here. It'll be on Erica Porter. So she'll stay in. That's her fourth personal foul, so she'll be one away from fouling out. As McGuff will check back in. So a couple of free throws on the way here for Central Michigan. First one is good for Morrison. Second one for Morrison. That one's good as well. It's back down to a 4-point lead for Bowling Green. They'll take a timeout, and we'll take it with them. This timeout is presented by Juniper Brew. Coming to see the full menu, visit juniperbrew.com. We'll take it with them. Bowling Green 73, Central Michigan 69. Looking to close this one out with 20 seconds left right here on WBGU.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Kohler and the Falcons looking to inbound this one and finish this one off for BG. As there's an off the ball foul before Kohler even inbound the pass on Velasco. So Velasco can make this at most a 6-point lead again for Bowling Green. Velasco's first attempt is good. (74-69) now Bowling Green. 9 points for Velasco. Chance for double figures. Yep. 6-point lead again for BG. 75-69. And timeout here for Central Michigan. Very quick one. Coming up for Bowling Green is a trip on Wednesday against Ball State on the road in Muncie, Indiana. Ball State undefeated in MAC play, 9-0, 17-4 on the year. Tough test for the Orange and Brown coming up, but sports, anything can happen. Meanwhile, if the score holds here for Chippewas, the Chippewas will go to 8-12 on the year and 3-5 in MAC play. They'll be home again on Wednesday, hosting the Ohio Bobcats. Then next Saturday, following reminder that we take a little bit of a break from action as all MAC teams and Sunbelt teams will engage in the second leg of the MAC Sunbelt Challenge. Bowling Green will travel to Arkansas to face Arkansas State in Jonesboro. I'll be on the call for that one. Excited to go to Arkansas, never been. Sure it'll be a lot of fun. Central back out from this timeout. Donahue, Kohler, Velasco, McGuff, and Porter on the floor for BG. It will be Anderson inbound. Long inbound. Erica Porter swipes it out in midair. And what was an incredible play from EP. So Porter will go to the free throw line, a chance to make us a 3-score game and put this game to bed. Here's Porter's first attempt. Good. It's now a 7-point lead for Bowling Green. That's a huge free throw there. Erica Porter's second attempt. That one goes in and out. Still a 3-possession game for BG. Morrison, a 3-ball on the way. That one in and out. McGuff keeps it in play. Kohler still has it. Runs it around. Paige Kohler still has the ball. Down to 9 seconds. Doesn't look like Central Michigan's going to foul. Down to 3. And that's how this one's going to come to a close. Bowling Green picks up their second MAC win of the season on the road. And their 5th MAC win of the year as they'll go to 11-10 overall as they defeat Central Michigan 76-69 here in Mount Pleasant. A fourth quarter comeback, something that hasn't happened so often this season, but Bowling Green come away with a huge victory here on the road for just the second time in Mid-American Conference play. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll be joined by BGSU assistant coach Maggie Lucas, along with our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game. Don't go anywhere. Listen to BGSU Women's Basketball right here at WBGU 88.1 FM.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
My mother was always very active and independent, and she was familiar with her neighborhood. But one day, she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. She wasn't even really sure where she was at.
It's important for you to talk to someone about it. I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, we'll figure it out.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
On November 30th, 2024, BGSU women's basketball defeated Arkansas 79-78. The win over the SEC opponent was arguably the biggest of the Fred Shamil era in Bowling Green. Falcon Media Sports Network's Kaden Knapp had the call on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Tightly guarded by Velasco. 5 seconds on the clock. Passing out. There's a three from the far side wing. No good. It's no good. Laura Gurka gets the rebound, and the BGSU Falcons have defeated the Arkansas Razorbacks, coming back from 14 down to win 79-78. A huge team win.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Bowling Green men's basketball looks to right the ship as they welcome the Northern Illinois Huskies to town on Tuesday, February 4th. You can catch Tyler Kavlitz and Ben Korak on Falcon Radio starting at 6:45 for pregame and 7 p.m. for tip-off.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved.
In response to the Pulse nightclub shooting that affected the LGBTQ community, Barbara Poma, owner of Pulse, founded the One Pulse Foundation to honor Pulse victims and survivors.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Join the fight for LGBTQ acceptance. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
My name is Hunter Hayes. I know myself and I know my buzzed warning signs. One shot is about knowing my limits or not necessarily knowing my limits.
I start with one shot to have a good time.
One of the signs that I'm starting to feel a little buzz is when I start solving not only my own problems, but the entire world's problems. When I know I'm going out, I know I'm gonna start with calling for a ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hello, Falcons. I'm Dontrez Brown. I play defensive line here, and my Falcon 4 favorite TV shows is SpongeBob, Regular Show, Adventure Time, and iCarly. I like SpongeBob because, just growing up, just seeing it on TV, it just made me laugh, and it still makes me laugh today. Adventure Time and regular show is kind of a mix. They just always have me laughing. And then iCarly, Sam Puckett is super funny. So go Falcons.
Don't miss the morning show on WBGU FM every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. Join the morning show team weekday mornings to hear about local news, local weather reports, community programming, financial market reports, coaches show with coaches from BGSU and BGHS, and live newsmaker interviews. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
Falcon Gymnastics stays at the Stroh Center to face off against Ball State on Sunday, February 2nd at 2 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network's Kevin Hutchinson will have the recap of the Battle of the Birds on bgfalconmedia.com.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone who
had to be independent and take initiative. And that's how I handle every project I get.
Discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org. Brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
BGSU Hockey continues their series against Northern Michigan on Saturday, February 1st. Falcon Media Sports Network's Ben Korek will have the call at 6:45 for pregame and 7 p.m. for puck drop on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Back here in Mount Pleasant as the Bowling Green Falcons take down the Central Michigan Chippewas 76-69 here, a 7-point win for Bowling Green. Just the second time this season they've won on the road as they improved to 11-10 overall and 5-5 in Mid-American Conference play. Lucas Kleinmeyer alongside with the postgame show to wrap everything up alongside Nate Henners and Dalton in the board-up room on the campus of BGSU in the Cooling Center. Let's run through some stats before we're joined by assistant coach Maggie Lucas and our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guy player of the game for the first time, Janaea Donahue. The fourth quarter was monstrous for Bowling Green. 20 points scored for BG. They held Central Michigan to just 9. One of the best full quarters they've played this season by far. They won the second half. 24 points in that third quarter, working my way backwards. 18 points in the third quarter. Shooting very good in that second half as well, holding Central Michigan to 18.8% shooting from the floor in the fourth quarter. That's 3 for 16. That's something that's not very usual for Central Michigan. Some of the stats for Bowling Green, all 5 starters for BG got into double figures. 16 points for Erica Porter, 10 points for Amy Velasco, 12 for Donahue, 17 for Paige Kohler, who led the team and hit a monstrous 3 in the fourth quarter to extend to a 4-point lead. Lexi Fleming had 13 points as well. Big game, big team win. I'm sure we'll hear some of that from Coach Lucas along with Nate Donahue. What a win it was for BG. And for the Chippewas, their shooting towards the second half just wasn't up to par like it was in the first quarter, especially as it kind of just floundered there towards the end of the game. From three-point range, they were just 4 for 13. Only 4 big threes made that game. 24 for 58 on the floor. That's 41.4% shooting as well. So Bowling Green now with the win, move to 11-10 before they play Ball State. And when we come back, we'll be joined by assistant coach Maggie Lucas, along with BG Falcon Food and Drink Guide player of the game, Janae Donahue. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the postgame show on BGSU Women's Basketball right here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired, Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack Hanna. Since I was a boy, I've been fascinated with animals, especially their tireless work ethic. Just look at birds who gather supplies to build nests, or penguins who travel up to 500 miles to secure food for their families. This work ethic is shared by our best friends, canines who perform life-saving work every day. Dogs comfort returning veterans. They work with diabetics, alerting them when there's a change in their blood chemistry. Working dogs are valuable in many ways. So please join me and American Humane in supporting our heroic working dogs. Go to AmericanHumane.org to learn more.
Back in here in Mount Pleasant for our postgame show as the Falcons defeat the Chippewas 76-69. I'm joined now by BGSU assistant coach Maggie Lucas, and for the first time, finally, I get to interview Coach Lucas when
we've had one happy one. We had another happy one. This is a nice one. Yeah, I'm very happy.
I'm very happy to it, Coach. As always, this one had to feel pretty good, and just your overall thoughts on the performance and the big win.
Yeah, composure on the road. I thought the second half was incredible. We really challenged them to get a handle on the pain points. We had given up 22 in the first half. We gave up 4 in the second half. So the attention to detail, the focus to get back to the game plan, I'm really proud of that. We didn't shoot it great, but we found a way to win, and that makes me very, very proud because that's toughness.
Yeah. Take me through that fourth quarter. You guys played unbelievable both ends of the floor. Scored 20 points. You held Central Michigan to just 9. Just take me through the fourth quarter. Take me through the second half adjustments as well you guys made.
Yeah. Like I said, we wanted to take out the points in the paint, and we did that. I was really, really happy because we were just talking about it. But after Morrison hit those 2 threes, I was a little worried that would draw us out. But we kept our focus, gave her even more of a laser-like focus because she's an incredible player. But, that was the biggest thing defensively, and then rebounding because, CMU does an incredible job of rebounding the basketball. So, those toughness plays, coming up with the loose balls, and then executing in the half court. And, Erica Porter, she was a difference maker in that second half, and really proud of her to see her, after foul trouble in the first half, come out and make such an impact.
Absolutely. And take me through kind of the free throw shooting. A lot of free throws this game. The game was super physical from the opening tip. Kind of how important was that to have that composure, especially towards the end of the game when you guys had that lead, to make those free throws on the road?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you're going to win the games on the road in the MAC, is making sure you convert those free throws.
Yeah, well, we practice pressure free throws every single day at practice. We try and create scenarios at practice, where the girls feel that pressure so that, in situations like this, they can step up and knock them down. And also, I'm looking at that number, 36 free throws. We've also been challenging our players to be tougher going to the basket and not, looking for calls, but making them make calls. So, looking at that number, that makes me happy as well.
Coach, finally, on a scale 1 to 10, how good does this one feel?
Oh, it feels great. And one other stat I just looked at is our whole starting 5 in double figures.
Yes.
I mean, that says a lot. So very happy about that. This one feels good going home. And now we get to prepare for Ball State, who is, everybody knows what Ball State's been doing this year.
Pretty good team, so have a good one on Wednesday.
Yep,
Coach, thank you so
absolutely.
much for joining us.
Thank you.
Especially after a win.
Yes.
When we come back, we'll be joined by our BG Falcon Food and Drink Guide player of the game, Janaea Donahue.
Everybody buckle up.
Mom.
Buckle up.
Let's go.
Buckle up.
Can we go to the store? Mom,
buckle
can we get
up.
some ice cream?
Everybody, buckle up.
A lot goes on in the car, but you're in control. So only move when you hear the click that says they're buckled in. Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide provides the latest food and drink specials from local restaurants. You can find it on our homepage, bgfalconmedia.com, or simply go to our top navigation, mouse over life, and click on food and drink. We are joined now, for the first time, for our post-game show, freshman Janaea Donahue. Thank you so much for taking time to sit down with us after a big win.
No problem. I'm happy to be here.
So, just first off, your overall thoughts on the game and the big win.
I think it was very big. I think we played together as a team this time, and we fought back from a 10-point deficit in the at halftime, and just to be able to come back and win this game is very big for us, especially being on the road.
Absolutely. Take me through a little bit of that second half adjustments you guys had. You guys had a monstrous fourth quarter as well. You outscored them 20 points. You held them to just 9. You played a big part of that, especially defensively as well. Kind of take me through the adjustments you guys made and how that fourth quarter played out for you guys.
Yeah, just I think just playing how we know that we should play. I mean, we go against hard boys in practice, and we know that when we're down that we need to pick it up and just staying to ourselves, I would say. Just still being aggressive. We attacked the rim a lot, and we got to the line a lot, and I think that helped us get over the first half, that we weren't being as aggressive, and then we hit some big shots in the end, which helped us a lot.
Absolutely, and you led the team in a couple of categories. You had 5 rebounds, tied for the team lead, 5 assists, 2 steals, along with 12 points. That was also a pretty good night for you. As a team, you guys had a lot of free throw shooting, made a lot of free throws. How big was that, especially for a game that was this close, especially on the road, and a game that was also this physical?
Yeah, it was very big. I mean, we go through pressure free throws every day at practice, so just being able to convert that to a game and be able to get to the line and then make as many as we can, and we did. And I think that was, like I said, it was a big part in us coming back, just being aggressive and getting to the line, and we know that we can knock them down when we get there.
Absolutely. And any other teammates you want to shout out for their performance of how they did? All 5 starters you guys had, all in double figures, so pretty impressive.
Yeah, I want to shout out Erica Porter because she really picked it up in the end. I mean, she had 2 fouls in the first half and then came out and just destroyed their bigs every single time. So I think we raised her confidence by giving her the ball, and she ended up scoring or getting to the line every single time. And I think that she's a great player, and she can do that every single game. So I think today was a very good game for her, and shout out to E.
All right, awesome. Well, Nate, thanks so much for joining us post-game, and hopefully it's first of many throughout your career at Bowling Green.
Thank you so much for having me.
That'll do it for us here. Final score here for Bowling Green, 76. Central Michigan 69, a 7-point win for the Orange and Brown on the road. So that'll do it for us here on the road. One final time, I want to give a big thank you to Nate Hinders, our board operator, back in the studio for pushing all the buttons and keeping myself on the airwaves. Nate, thank you so much for all you do and all you do for all our events as well. You do the work that goes unnoticed, and you're really good at it, so I really appreciate you, my friend, along with Dalton, who's also shouting there in the board operator room as well, along with Carl Smith, BG Falcon Media Advisor, and the entire BGSU Athletics for making this travel possible for us to go on the road with BGSU women's basketball. Big win here for the Falcons, 76-69 to earn their 5th MAC win of the season. Lucas Kleinmeyer signing off. Have a good afternoon, everyone.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.